Hello friends! Today I am going to show you how I make apple jam and apple butter. So that always starts with peeling and coring and slicing my apples. And I am using a mix of Sun Crisp and Ambrosia apples for most of what I'm doing in this video. That happens to be my very favorite combination of apples. I'm going to take my peels and my cores and I'm going to put those in my crock pot. And then I am going to take any little bits that still happen to have the peel on, and I'm just going to chuck those all in my crock pot because I'm actually going to make apple butter in my crock pot. And then I will take a knife and I'm just going to sort of quarter my apples because they're already spiral sliced. So I'll just cut them once, cut them again, and that way I can take all my little pieces and I'm going to stick those in my big old pot. Now this was at the end of the day, once I had all of my apples ready to go in my crock pot. I did throw 3 or 4 whole apples in that crock pot to help with the apple butter. And this is my pot with all of my pieces to make my apple jam. Now you'll notice that I have whole cinnamon sticks that I am cooking with my apple jam and my apple butter. Because what I like to do is to simmer them with the cinnamon sticks so that you get the flavor, but you don't have the little grainy bits of the cinnamon flakes. Once my apples have cooked down enough to make jam, I'm going to use a food mill to make sure that I get any little bits of seeds or cores, and I'm going to transfer all of my lovely apple saucy stuff back to my pot, where I will bring it back up to a boil. I'm going to add Fireball cinnamon whiskey into my pot because yes, I like Boozy jam, and I don't put a lot in. You'll see here I just put a little splash in. It's not very much, and this batch was, I think, about 25 pounds of apples ish, and then once that has cooked down, and I do use Pomona's pectin with just a little bit of sugar because I do like low sugar jam, I go ahead and put it in my cleaned and prepped jars. That one was just a little bit too full, so I go ahead and have a new jar ready so I can just pour it right in. Always remember to wipe the rims of your jars. I'm doing a very bad job here, so I do go back and wipe the rim again after we're done. And then I take my lid with my lid lifter, put that on, and then you'll put your screw band on fingertip tight. And then you're going to process this in your boiling water bath canner. And the beautiful thing about apples is they're very high acid. So although I did add a little bit of lemon juice to my pot, something like a half a cup for, I think, 20 pounds of apples. Yeah, it just doesn't take that much. So once you have all your jars ready and they've processed for 10 minutes at a boil in your water bath canner, then you can go ahead and remove them. So here are my lovely jars. Now that I've taken them out, that was my first batch. Here's my second batch coming out because you can only fit so many jars in the rack at a time. And it's very important to have that rack in there because you don't want the jars to touch the heat. And then this is my pot of apple butter. The apple butter always takes a lot longer because I do make it in the crock pot, and I have to not only cook all of this down, but I also have to cook the water off. So usually I put this on low overnight, just like you see here with the lid cracked, so that it can continue to process. And then here we go. That's all of my lovely little jam jars. My favorite thing, oh, you watched one pop there, is to hear that ping ping sound when they pop. And all but one of my jars sealed this time. Usually I have a 100% success rate, but I had one that I just didn't get quite tight enough, so I went ahead and put that one in the fridge to use first. But there we go. This is my quick and easy little video on my apple jam and apple butter. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok channels, and I'll see you next time. Please take care of yourself. Bye.